Hey, Cavs fans. Welcome to the Cavs Pick and Roll Podcast, the podcast for diehard fans by diehard fans. I'm Alex, and I'm here with Corey. What's going on, Corey?
Hey, Alex. It is our first episode in 2026. Happy New Year. And we are now officially into the second half of the season. Lots to get into, lots to talk about. Um, Alex, we're at the halfway point. It's kind of crazy that the season is already halfway over.
Yeah. Happy New Year to you. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Just real quick, did you get any Cavs gear for Christmas?
I only got like one shirt this year. It was kind of sad this year, to be honest with you. Not very much. Not very much. Just
Just
one
like the
Cavs
Cavs,
tee.
kind of sad.
Yeah. What about you? I was wondering if that shirt was new, but you said
Look
it's
at
an
that
old
that
one.
poster hanging up back there. I got for
Ah,
Christmas.
it's kind of
It's
hard to make out. What
the
is it?
it says "Defend the Land, Go Cavs." It's got the finals script on it.
Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
probably can't see it very well back there, over here in the corner, but
Very cool.
yeah, and right next to it is my plaque, the the, the championship plaque where they were selling the little blocks of the championship court.
Oh, yeah. You showed that off before. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You need like a spotlight over that thing, man, to be shining down so you can see it when you come down.
Have it play some music.
Yeah. You also are. What are you drinking, Alex,
Oh,
tonight?
yeah. I got to show off the Easy Buckets Pale Ale. This is from Great Lakes. It's the official beer of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Very cool.
It's
Very
good.
cool.
It's a good light crisp IPA founded at the local discount drug mart.
It's a good name. Easy
Yeah,
buckets.
it's
I like
easy
it.
drinking.
Easy drinking, easy buckets. I like it. I like it.
If only the Cavs could get easy buckets.
If only the Cavs get easy buckets, we might have a few more wins, Alex. We might have a few more wins. So there's a lot of topics that we were talking about we want to get into and we'll get into on this episode, but we got to talk some of the recent games. Probably the second best day of the year if you're a basketball fan, just in general. Just happened, Alex. MLK Day, right? It's kind of similar to Christmas, where games start at noon and they go all the way to whatever time in the middle of the night on the West Coast, whatever the last game was. So it's just 7 hours of basketball. It's 8 hours of basketball, whatever it is. And the Cavs played on Christmas Day, right? And they lost to the Knicks. We talked about that. They had another shot on MLK Day, but this time against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They were at home in Cleveland, Alex, but the Thunder are a pretty good basketball team. They did win a championship last year, and this was going to be a tough matchup for the Cavs, I think, no matter what. And the game did not work out in our favor. What stood out to you from this game? Was it just simply we were outmanned, or was it more than that?
Man, it was a lot of things. I don't know what it is with this team, but it just seems like people are lost, like on both offense and defense. I don't know what else to say other than it looked like Oklahoma City looked like an NBA team, and the Cavs looked like they were playing in the rec league. Like they just look so disconjointed. Oh man, I don't know what their deal is. It's crazy. Oh, but before we get too deep into it, I did
Yeah.
want to shout out the Judith Hill, the singer they had that did the player intros for the Cavs MLK Day. I thought that was really cool that they did that, and she like sang the players' names as they were introduced. I thought it was really neat. Had yeah, hit you right in the feels.
Yeah. It
I
was it
really
was
enjoyed
it,
it.
it was something different. It was something different for sure. And I wouldn't be surprised if other games had special tributes and things like that going on. Just again, a great day for basketball fans in general, and yeah, it allows the teams and orgs to do something a little bit different, and Cleveland took advantage and did a good job with bringing her in. So yeah, good call out there. As far as the game, it was a weird game because we were totally outmatched, but we were somehow in it for a bit. For a bit,
Yeah, we
we
got
start we started
kind
to
of
get
closer.
down, and then we get back into it. And I thought it was gonna be a runaway game by the second quarter, and somehow we're only down 5 going in the second quarter, right?
Mhm.
We get down double digits, but then we would get, under double digits again, and so on and so forth. Second half, a little bit of a different story. The Cavs were totally playing behind the whole way. Um, but I do feel that, man, I, we're going to talk about Garland and the injury and everything like that. Having Garland definitely would have helped for sure. I think the Cavs still would have lost that game though. And that's
Yeah,
the that's the problem when we have gone up against some of these teams. They're just on another level. They're just on another tier than what the Cavs are this year, which speaks why they are where they're at with their standings, the number of, wins and losses, just their inconsistent play. Like they're not one of those elite teams this year. They're just not. And playing against the Thunder just proved that, you know.
I feel like they could be an elite team. I don't understand why they're not. And
Um
I don't want to say it's just injuries. Like,
I'm tired of saying it too. It's like the third year of saying
I don't get
injuries,
it. Yeah,
but
I
they
mean,
did say,
it's nearly the same team as it was last season that kicked everyone's butt. I mean,
yeah. The
what is it?
they did say before that, I think, I'm pretty sure it was before that game, or maybe it was the second Philly game. I don't remember, but we've played what, 44 games, 45 games, or whatever it is. Again, a little bit past the halfway point here. The Cavs have had 23 different starting lineups going into that game, which was tied for first in the NBA. That's absolutely insane, insanity,
Yeah,
right? Now this team has a lot of talent. And they still had Donovan Mitchell play, arguably still a top 10 player in the league. Evan Mobley play, Jared Allen play. Like they still had some nice players playing in this game. And the Thunder is just one of those teams where, you don't you see them twice a year when the Cavs play them and stuff. Unless you're really paying attention to them, you look at that roster and I'm just like, there's not a lot of household names there, but they understand how to play together. They gel. They play together as a team. And it really it's like night and day, like you were saying, like versus watching the Cavs, who look like, yeah, they're a rec ball club. They look like they were in a different league than what the Thunder were, and it's just frustrating, Alex, because it's not the exact same team, but it's 85% the same team it was last year. Ty Jerome takes up 10% of that.
yeah.
I'll give a
Ty
Curl
Jerome.
5%.
Yeah,
But Ty Jerome takes up 10%, and just a lot of other things just aren't clicking this year in general. And some of it is the new bodies that you brought in to replace those players as well.
yeah. Like you said, it's just really frustrating, and I can't pinpoint, what the problem is. I think it's a lot. It's just a lot of problems. It's a lot of different things. Like you said, that Oklahoma City game, the Cavs got down early, and then the whole rest of the game they're trying to catch up, right?
Yeah.
And then the game never felt like it was out of reach. They were always within striking distance. They're down,
Mhm.
7, 8, a 3-pointer here, 3-pointer there, and it's we're back in it. But and then it gets to the fourth quarter, right? And they outscore us 45-25. They
Yeah.
just turned it on, and we just kept turning the ball over, making a bad pass, missing easy buckets. Uh, I lost count how many times the Cavs brought the ball down court, and Mitchell shoots a long contested three ball and bricks it. I think Mitchell went 1 for 9 from three. It's
Yeah.
just frustrating. It's like, why are you doing that? Pass the ball around, move, cut, pass to the back. Do do something other than run down court, shoot a quick three. Like, that's not working. It worked. It might have worked last season when guys were rebounding, but Mobley and Allen just have not been rebounding very well all season.
Yeah, and Mitchell had an off game. I mean, teams are starting to blitz him pretty hard. When you don't have Garland out there, who's another ball handler, another guy that can score any which way, it makes it pretty obvious who who the Cavs' main ball handler is going to be, who's going to be taking the most shots, and teams are starting to blitz him as a result, um, which is going to make it more frustrating for him, right? He knows he has to carry a bigger load this season, and he's been doing that for much of the season. But as it continues to go on, I mean, that can't be the expectation or the way to win these games. You need other players to step up, and some have. We're going to talk about that. Jalen Tyson had a huge game the game before this, right? Career high game in Philly. But Alex, yeah, you nailed it there in the beginning of that. The Cavs did not take care of the ball. 21 turnovers to only 11 for the Thunder. Just a lot of careless mistakes that led to points for the Thunder. Right, you're giving away free baskets. So the Cavs just did not look ready, did not look prepared, did not look hungry enough in that game. That is a game where they are the underdog. Nobody's expecting them to win that game realistically, but it's also a great opportunity to make a point, a statement, if you will. That could have been a statement game if the Cavs could have somehow figured out how to be competitive and steal that game at even at home. It'd be stealing a game against the former champs. They didn't do that. It is what it is. It's done. You can't powwow about it. You got to move forward and figure out, what to do the next game. They have a little bit of an easier opponent, Alex, against the Charlotte Hornets, but they have lost to them as well. They lost to the Hornets 2 times ago when they faced them, and that's the problem with this team is some nights they look brilliant. Since we've recorded, Alex, they've had some nice wins in this stretch over the last 15 games or so, and they have been overall playing better, but they also have had some really poor games. And that game against the Thunder was just it was an egg. It was a stinker.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the last one, the last game that we saw. That's the game that's fresh in my mind, and it brings back all that frustration. Even though I was super pumped with the two previous wins against the Sixers before that game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And no doubt that, not having Garland, not having Merrill again, like since we've recorded, they were out, they've come back, and now they're out again, right? We still haven't seen Max Struess. That's a lot of firepower right there. That's a lot of offense. That's a lot of 3-point shooting right there that you're missing. So that is definitely a factor. But again, they just didn't look like they wanted it bad enough that game for whatever reason. Missed opportunity, missed opportunity. But Alex, let's go back to those 76er games, which man, I was pumped up after those games. The first game, the Cavs, both these games were in Philly, right? It's always weird when the scheduling's like this. I never understood why it's like that. Um, but both games were in Philly, and the first game, the Cavs were in complete control of that game. They looked dominant. The 76ers were the ones playing from behind and never really had a chance to catch up. Um, that was a great game. And they were at full strength. Joel Embiid's playing again. Maxi's there. Like they had their squad, and the Cavs went into that building and really embarrassed the 76ers, to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah, I liked that they had started Jalen Tyson in that first unit, starting him at the three. I think he just fits in with. I think I probably said this in the last episode, but I think he just fits in that group perfectly, alongside Mitchell, Garland, and Mobley and Allen.
Hmm. Yeah, totally. He's just blossoming this year. He's willing to do it all on both. He's willing to guard the other players, the other team's best player, wing player, or guard or whatever. His own offensive game is developing quite nicely. He is still halfway through the season within the top 10 3-point shooters as far as percentage. That's pretty impressive. It's not like he's only taken 20 this year and he's made half of them. Like he takes 3-pointers, Alex. And that's pretty impressive to think that there's a player right now in the Cavs that's within the top 10. And most people probably wouldn't think of Tyson. You would think Sam Merrill, Mitchell, Garland, maybe somebody else, and then you really Jalen Tyson's top 10. Like that's pretty cool, right? He's definitely blossoming this year. But yeah, this was a nice game. The Cavs had a good, well-rounded scoring where they had 4 or 5 players in double digits, and really just the 76ers really didn't have anything in this game to really make it super competitive, which is nice to see, right? Because 76ers Yeah, they're not championship contenders, Alex, but they're a solid. They're gonna be a playoff team, and they have Joel Embiid, they have Maxey, they have some nice players. So it was nice to see the Cavs be on the other end of it for once.
Yeah. My I got to say my favorite part of these two 76er games is got to be Nae'Qwan Tomlin cuz he was going beast mode,
He was. He
dunking
was
all over Embiid,
man. He
especially in
was
that second game.
he was fired up. He's
He
he's
was.
he's he's fun to watch
Yeah.
because man, it's a kid that when did he start playing basketball, Alex? Like freshman year of college or something crazy like
Yeah.
that
Yeah, he got discovered on the playground.
on the playground, right? So here's a dude that it just took a completely different path than what you would expect to get to the NBA. And yeah, he started off in the G League, but here he is playing, getting an opportunity because of the injuries, making very little money as far as a salary cap for the Cavs versus the output the Cavs are getting from him. It's it feels like another diamond in the rough right now, and he gets so excited, he gets so amped up. It's real fun to watch him play, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, even when he's not scoring, with his crazy thunderous dunks he likes to throw down, he's a total energy hustle guy.
Yeah,
He's getting assists, he's grabbing rebounds, he's making plays, he's getting blocks. I mean,
I
he's
I
just so active on the court.
he is, and I'm almost willing to say what has kept us in some of these games and or maybe even is why we've gotten some of the victories we have gotten. I'm going to argue it's because of guys like Tyson and Tomlin. I'll even throw Porter Jr. in there. I sometimes think our second unit is what out hustles other teams' second unit because you have young guys like that who are all sneaky, under the radar guys. Like Porter Jr. jumps out of the gym and just grabs a rebound over a center, or just blocks somebody, on a layup or something like that. And he could do some things on the offensive end. Tomlin, we just talked about. Tyson, we just talked about. Those are three sneaky young guys that just do a lot of things that don't show up in the box score, and really have helped us stay in some of these games and maybe even steal some of these games. So that's been a positive for sure, and Tomlin is part of that. The second game, Alex, was a little bit different. Of course, the 76ers, after being embarrassed at home, were going to try to come out with a different energy. And surprisingly, the Cavs came out with energy early in that game. And of course, an NBA game is very long. The 76ers battled back and eventually took control of the game and really had control late in the game. They were up 7 or 8 points with a couple minutes left in the game. And I'm like, we're gonna come up short on this one, Alex.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Man, what a game from Tyson. Career high, 39 points. He was lights out, dude. It was such a fun game to watch Tyson play. And afterwards, Donovan Mitchell got interviewed and he was just in awe. He's like, I'm so happy for this kid. He's like, he needs to be on the most improved player like list, or he should win the most improved player award because of things that he's doing in year two, the amount of work he puts in, and so on and so forth, which is very cool to see your number one guy say that about somebody
I saw a stat that his 39 points was the most in a game by anyone from his draft class, the
from his draft
2024
class.
draft class. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, he really, man, he really kept us in that game, and it was fitting because the last play of the game, Tyson has the ball. He's driving to the rim. They collapse on him. He makes a little dump pass to Mobley, who dunks it for the win, right? And he gets the winning assist as well. And man, I was so pumped up after we won that game. That last 2 minutes, oh man, because I didn't think we were gonna win it, and I never would have thought we would have stole both of them in Philly. I was like, oh man, we're gonna go in these games, we're gonna lose both, maybe split, get one. Never would have thought we would have got both of those,
Yeah.
right? Maybe last year, but not this year, right? This
hmm
year you don't quite have that confidence as a Cavs fan that you had last year. Was there anything else that stood out to you from the 76er games?
I don't think so. Um, didn't we get to see Larry Nance Jr. got a few minutes
He
in
did.
that first one that the
Yeah,
Cavs dominated? He got 5 minutes.
at the end.
Yeah, at the
Yeah, it was
very
his
end.
first game.
So
It was his first game back from his injury.
it was nice to
Was
see Larry Nance back on the court.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, we need bodies. That's for sure. The thing is though, like Larry Nance Jr. is a good example. Like with Tomlin's play, would you play Tomlin or Nance Jr. right now? Right?
Tomlin.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Exactly.
what? Even Thomas Bryant hasn't been getting as much
Mm-mm.
run as he was earlier in the season.
No, no. So that's the thing. Tomlin is taking advantage. Tyson is definitely taking advantage. I'll admit, going into the season, I was a little bit worried about the Cavs kind of going all in on Tyson, shipping off Levert, and obviously they traded away Akuro. I'm glad I was wrong though, because his 3-point shot has been great. And like I said, he does a little bit of everything, and his offensive game is really developing. You can really tell he has confidence out there, which is great to see. So,
I
Alex,
still, I
good.
still think we're giving way too many minutes to Lonzo Ball.
I was just gonna
It
say,
he absolutely kills me when he's on the court. I mean, what
speak it, speak
it
on it, Alex.
it's 5-on-4 when he's on the court. I mean, we're just a man down. He stands on the perimeter, catches the ball, passes the ball, catches the ball, passes the ball. He doesn't drive, he doesn't set guys up, he doesn't get assists, he doesn't rebound, he barely plays defense. He'll play the passing lane and he'll occasionally get the ball, but usually people drive right around him. I really don't know. I just don't get how he's on the team getting minutes. Why is he in the rotation most games? Yeah, wow. I
I
don't
think
know.
they're
Lonzo
yeah,
Ball, what the hell?
yeah. I mean, I'll say this. I'm glad that like he's healthy still. Right? I think we were all kind of worried, like, by week 2, is he still gonna be healthy, and is he just gonna be $10 million sitting on the bench or whatever his contract is?
I'd
So
rather his $10 million be sitting on the bench.
I I am glad he's out there running around. I mean, he is. He's quick, and he does make some nice passes, but his defense is not that great. His shot it's very, like, flat.
It's flat. It's
It's
a laser.
it's a laser. I was texting with one of my buddies about
He
this
shoots
during
it
the
like he's a
OKC.
7-footer. I don't know why.
It's there's no arc to it. There's no lift to it, right?
Yeah,
So it's either swishing or it has no chance of going in, right? Because of the way he shoots it. And he's not shy. He'll throw it up, right? He'll throw it up there. But if you look at the box score the last couple games, you'll also see that Porter Jr. minutes have increased. And Lonzo Ball only got 5 minutes in that OKC game, right? In the Philly game, the second Philly game, he got some minutes, but Porter Jr. got more minutes than what Lonzo did, and we'll see if that trend continues. And with Garland out, I mean, it's expected that somebody else has got to play, right? Because they're not confident in starting Lonzo Ball either, who got the start. Porter Jr. got the start, right? Durability is still, I think, a question for him. But I saw something the other day that kind of was like, oh, I didn't really think about that. But they did say that, because of his contract, he is a potential trade candidate. Because he comes off the books. I think after next year, he has one more year on his contract. I think it was 2-year deal. So that makes him a potential trade chip. Maybe not quite this season, unless the Cavs decide to move on, but in the offseason and next year and so on and so forth. I don't think you're going to see much more of what those 2 years are of Lonzo Ball, and it'll be weird in history. Like there's so many weird point guards that have played for the Cavs. Alex, you have Derrick Rose, you have Kevin Johnson, you have um, God, who was it? Troy Hudson, uh, Smush Parker. No, you have some Darren Williams played for the Cavs. Like, you just have so many weird names that played for the Cavs,
Isaiah
and
Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas, right? Like, we have to do an
Mo
episode on
Williams. Yeah.
in the summer. Well, Mo Williams is a dog though, like,
Yeah, he was a dog.
but, like, in the summer, we have to do an episode about weird point guards that have played for
Mo
the Cavs.
Gotti.
And Lonzo Ball is gonna be one of them because it's like, really? He played for the Cavs? Well, I don't remember him. Well, that's because he didn't do anything. It's because he didn't do anything, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Lonzo
he did
Ball
negative.
unfortunately hasn't really paid big dividends, so far this season for the Cavs.
Plus minus for the Cavs is -12 when Lonzo's on the court.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know if that's
stings.
true or not. I'm just
Yeah. That
I'm sure it's
stings.
not true, but
That stings. So
yeah.
I don't think we're gonna go too far back in these games, Alex, but I did the game before that was against Utah, and I don't really want to talk about the game. It was a crap game. We lost to a shit team at home.
You know what
You
I
know,
really didn't like about that game was the starting lineup. So we
yeah,
had it was before Garland was hurt. We had
yep,
Garland, Mitchell, Merrill,
hmm
Mobley, and Allen. We had three kind of pretty small guards, and we just got destroyed on defense. Like
Merrill at the three
we were
does
getting
not work.
targeted as soon as one of the Utah players. I mean, you got big Markkinen out there, like all their forward centers, were just switch onto a Cavs guard and take
Yeah,
them. I
yeah,
mean,
exactly.
we couldn't contest anything. We couldn't stop him from getting to the hoop. I mean, it was just ugly.
Love Merrill, but I don't love him at a three position, and especially not in the starting lineup.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
did that early in the season too, and we got him guarding Jalen Brown or something for the Celtics. It's just it's not a good matchup, right? Um, but what I want to talk about that Utah game is two quick things. You just mentioned Marketing, who destroyed us. By the way, it's kind of sad that he's still rotting out there in Utah. Um, and I feel like he wanted to make a point every time he returns here, rightfully so, right? I have a buddy who still swears to this day that we never should have traded him. Like, he totally would take Marketing over Donovan Mitchell right now. And it's funny because he sent me Marketing stats the next game and said, I see that he didn't disappoint. Um, but the other thing was Kevin Love is still somehow on the Utah Jazz, Alex.
Yeah,
I who
and getting
who
a
who
lot
would
of
have
minutes.
who would have saw that coming? I mean, when that happened, that trade happened, I think we all thought, man, he's getting waived. Is he coming back to Cleveland? What contender is he jumping on? It's kind of crazy that he's playing basketball for Utah right now. Um, but the reception that he still gets when he comes back home to Cleveland is still overwhelmingly positive, Alex. And that speaks volumes, right? The Cavs fans still showing love to Kevin Love, and I think that's pretty cool.
He's
I think
still
it's
one of
pretty
my
cool.
favorite Cavs of all time. Help
Yeah,
help bring us a championship.
that's gonna
Uh,
be
Stayed with the Cavs even after
yeah,
that whole championship team kind of blew up. He was still the guy that stuck around for a few seasons.
yeah. He's also the guy that sacrificed the most, right? He was the third fiddle in that group, and he stayed because of the money. Let's be honest, but still cool that he stayed
Yeah,
and has continued to talk positively about Cleveland. I don't even know when the last time the other two even talked about Cleveland. You know what I mean? Like, you don't hear that, right? But it's going to be pretty cool when that jersey does get hung up in the rafters. It'll probably be very emotional for him. That's going to be a cool day to witness. But the reason why I wanted to bring that up is as Kevin Love gets praised with love, somebody else is coming to town here soon, Alex. Next week, I think it's the 28th. The Los Angeles Lakers are going to be in town, and we're at a point now to where could this be LeBron's last basketball game in Cleveland? So far, he hasn't given any kind of hints or anything like that if this is going to be his last season or not. Um, but what do you think? Do you think that holds any more? Will the fans react potentially any differently? You think, Alex, or will it just be another "Hey, LeBron's back in town"? And some cheers. Don't get me wrong. Some maybe in the middle. Or is it anything special? You think?
I I think they'll play a video for him. I think he'll
Yeah,
get some sort of homage video. He'll wave at the crowd. The crowd will cheer. I think they should.
they should.
Uh,
They should.
but I think that's it. I don't know that there'll be anything else really.
Do you think this will be his last game in Cleveland? His last
No,
basketball
I
game?
don't think he's done.
I don't think.
I think he'll play another season or two. I just saw a video of his other son Bryce playing
Mhm.
at, is it Arizona State or LSU? I can't remember what college he's at now, but I just saw a video of his other son in college, and boy, it's only a matter of time before he's probably in the NBA, and they can all be on the same team, all the James clan.
That'd be wild. That'd be
That would
wild.
be wild.
That'd be something. That'd be a record that would probably never be broken in our lifetimes, at least.
Absolutely, and that's, that's got to be on his mind.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I agree. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be the type that's just going to at the end of the season kind of blindside everybody and say that's it. I'm done. Like really, he's not going to have a farewell tour. Ah, I don't see that. The only way I see him just calling it quits is if he has some kind of Jimmy Butler tears his ACL type of injury that literally ends his career, which I don't want to see happen, by the way. But besides that, I I, I don't see us not knowing that it's his last season. Now, if it did happen, totally would be not shocked either. That's kind of a dick move and kind of an egotistical thing to do. And hey, would I don't think we would put it past him either. I certainly hope that next week isn't the last game for LeBron James in Cleveland because I I want the fan base to be prepared for what is truly his last game in Cleveland, right? And I hope that they would react a certain way because at the end of the day, he is your best player in franchise history. He did deliver a championship and so on and so forth. So
Yeah, I mean there'll be a jersey retirement for sure,
absolutely,
possibly a
there should
statue.
be a statue as well. There absolutely should be. There's no argument around it. But I don't want his last game in Cleveland just to be some random game in freaking January that nobody even knew was going to be his last game. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of it's not a
Yeah,
great ending, right? But we'll see. We'll see.
there probably
Um,
will be some sort of circus farewell tour. Kobe did it right.
yeah,
That was where he was trading jerseys with everybody, and
yeah, totally,
even
totally.
though he
Well,
was such a, that last season of Kobe, man, he was such a chucker. He was just tossing it up every chance he got.
yeah, well,
Reminds me of a joke. What what kind of bee is bad at flying? A Kobe.
oh come on.
Oh, is it too soon?
What do you do? What do you have? 62 his last game. 62 points his
How many
last
shots
game.
did he take? How many shots
Doesn't
did he
matter.
take? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I remember watching that game. He took
Yeah,
every single shot in that
it was
game.
wild. It
I
was
think the whole
wild.
team had 62 points.
I think they won that game too. Pretty sure they did. Maybe not. I don't know. But
Now I got to look it up.
yeah,
But I remember watching it.
yeah. But it'll be crazy, and yeah, just we'll see. We'll see how that game goes next week, and if it's his last game or not. Alex, the other kind of thing that's right around the corner. Two other things is what's rapidly approaching that really hasn't gotten a ton of traction yet. I don't feel, or maybe I'm just not paying attention too much. The trade deadline is only a couple weeks away, Alex. It's February 5th. It's like 2.5 weeks, dude. 2.5 weeks.
That's
I've seen some rumors from some other teams and stuff like that. Of course, for a hot second, for like less than 48 hours, there was some rumors swirling about DeAndre Hunter. Remember seeing that? This is like last week.
Yeah, I did see like a tweet about DeAndre being unhappy in Cleveland and wanting out, but I don't know that there was any truth behind it.
No, I mean, and
It
you kind
wasn't
of
like a valid source, I don't believe.
yeah, it was enough for him to address it though, because he did come out and say, I never said anything. I'm happy here. I want to be here. And then reports started coming out on the other side from like local beat reporters that the Cavs do not want to trade DeAndre Hunter, like Chris Fedor and a couple others. So I don't know where all that came from. Um, DeAndre Hunter is unfortunately struggling this year, which is another big reason that's definitely a contribution to the team struggling, right? Because last year he came in and he lit it up. We talked about that with the second unit, him and Ty Jerome running around out there, man. That was a tough duo to stop. This year he gets put in the starting lineup, gets pulled out of the starting lineup, has been inconsistent, hasn't had a 20-point game. I think I heard since November at this point. Definitely not getting the production that we got last year. And I even remember seeing it's been his worst statistical year of his career so far. Um, which maybe that was enough for somebody to start some rumors around him. But it seems like he's here for now. Alex, gonna ask the question: Cavs, are they gonna do something by the trade deadline in 2.5 weeks and shake up the roster, even if it's one trade, one little trade? Are they gonna do anything?
Uh, Real quick before we get to that, I just want to DeAndre Hunter. Yeah, he's been inconsistent, but he's still like I wouldn't want to lose him. I still think he's probably our best three, our best player at the three, even though he hasn't been starting. He had one of the games he had, he was really fired up and played really well. And I think it was one of the 76ers games. Didn't he get in a fight with somebody and they got double techs, and I think it might have been Barlow with the Sixers.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he came in and he kicked butt after that. But will the Cavs do something? I don't know. I think it's going to be a real struggle for them to find a deal that they can make while they're in the second apron, because they can't really combine players to make a big trade. It has to be a player for a player. So it's not like they're gonna be able to unload Lonzo Ball straight up for somebody. I don't know who they would even get. So
yeah.
my expectation is extremely low, unless we make some big blockbuster trade involving Garland and somebody else, and
Jared
bringing back
Allen or someone like that.
Giannis or
Yeah,
some other point guard. I don't know, but
yeah.
my expectation's really low.
Yeah, mine are as well. I think they should do something. The standing pat thing just isn't working anymore. You got to see if you can get some more durable bodies on this team. If they do make a deal, I do feel like it's going to be a smaller deal, right? Like maybe like again like a Dean Wade type trade or something like that, which you're not bringing Giannis, you're not bringing a star player back in a trade like that. If they did do something wild and crazy, like trading Darius or someone like that, I I still don't think you're gonna get. I think I think the names that you're gonna see that come back are gonna be lesser known names. You're not gonna go trade Darius Garland for Ja Morant. You're not gonna go trade Darius Garland for Giannis. You're gonna go trade for some young player, young up and coming player that's 3 years into the league and about 15 million cheaper than what Darius Garland. Like that's what's going to come back potentially, I think, which I think will scare some. Be careful what you ask for, right?
Hmm.
Because for the fans that do want the trade, I I, I think that's what they would get back because of their salary situation. Because they also have to start thinking about, okay, we still want to go for the title this year, but where are we at 3 years from now, right? As well, like if they fail again this year, Alex, we talked about this. I've talked about this. They got to start thinking about going another direction. And Donovan Mitchell isn't just going to sit here forever and have the smile and several. Eventually, he's going to want to move on too. So the Cavs also have to start, if they do make a big trade, they have to start getting some draft picks back. They have to start building a little bit for that window to stay open as well. So it's
I
going to
don't
be
know,
interesting.
draft picks. I mean, you're saying they're gonna blow it up. Uh, it, it, I I don't know. Like, I still think we got all the talent and the right pieces on this team to make a deep run in the postseason. I just don't know why why they're playing so bad and inconsistently right now during the regular season. We still got a second half of the season to
Yep.
figure it out, put it together, and get to playing like we were last season.
We definitely saw flashes of the old Cavs too throughout this stretch since the last time we recorded. They had some nice wins. They handled the Spurs. Jared Allen had a huge game against Wemby. They win that game, right? They manhandled the Phoenix Suns. They took care of the 76ers. Like they've had some nice wins in this stretch. They took care of Denver. Granted, Jokic was out, but they still took care of Denver. Um, so they've had some nice wins. And yeah, there's a lot of basketball left to be played. And if they can get healthy and stay healthy, I agree. I think they can make a nice little run. I was reading an article before we started recording, Alex. At this time last year, the Indiana Pacers were 20-25. Look where they ended up at. Potentially one injury away from winning the championship last year. So there's time to figure it out. Um, and it's not about it's about figuring out the right time as well, right? You got to get hot at the right time and so on, and be healthy at the right time and have a little bit of luck as well. It's just the Cavs unfortunately haven't been very lucky the last couple years, so we'll see what happens. I'm not only curious if the Cavs do anything, but I'm also curious what other teams do around the league, especially in the East. The standings are so close right now. I mean, Alex, the Cavs are sitting in seventh place, but they're 3 games out of second place, a game and a half out of third. Like that's how tight the East is right now. When we went into that OKC game, the Cavs were the fifth seed to start that game. So all the Cavs got to do is string some wins together, and obviously they want to get home court seating, right? When we do get to playoff time and so on and so forth, which is so far from now. They have plenty of time to get there. They just got
Yeah.
to get healthy.
Two things that kind of stand out to me thinking about the previous season and this season is last season we kept having, the Cavalanche, right? We would have
Yeah.
a Cavalanche where, you'd have Ty Jerome, Merrill,
Max
Mitchell,
Strus. Max Strus.
Garland, like just go off like hot streak. They'd take turns just nailing threes, and we'd jump up by a huge amount. It's the Cavalanche is exciting, and we haven't really had that this season. We don't
Well,
just
think
go
about
on
it.
these streaks.
Think about it. Out of all those names you just listed, and I threw in Max Strus in there too. But that's what,
Yeah,
five
sure.
players.
Max Strus is part of that. Yeah,
Only one of them played in that game against OKC. Donovan Mitchell.
yeah, you're
Strus
right.
out, Garland out, Merrill out, Jerome no longer here. So that definitely plays a factor. And that's why I think, yeah, if you get those guys back, man, they even said on the broadcast, like Merrill and Strus, like those guys aren't household names, but that's a lot of firepower the Cavs are missing right now because we know how well they can shoot. And when they do get hot, I mean, Sam Merrill knocks down 4 or 5 3-pointers in a game by himself. Cavs have a pretty good chance of winning that game, but they don't have that right now, because he's sitting on the bench,
Yeah,
unfortunately. And Strus would get hot too last year as well. He would make some bombs, man. Um, I'm very curious to see what he looks like when he comes back and how he fits into this roster.
I just
I
saw
still haven't
something
heard.
about him soon to return, but
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I think
not
I think
really
we'll
a
get him
date.
back. I think we'll get him back right before the All-Star break. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. Um,
And then the other thing that I haven't seen or heard about or anything that they used to do was the chain. The one player would
yeah,
get the chain that they would wear,
Kenny
and they would
Atkinson got
hype
rid
them
of
up,
that.
and they'd take a picture, and you'd
They
see
didn't
the.
even they didn't even do that last year. I don't think. I think once JB
Wasn't it
left,
last year?
mm-mm. I think once
Hmm.
JB left, they Atkinson's like, we ain't doing this. We ain't
Oh,
doing this crap.
well,
That
maybe
was
maybe
fun
Kenny
though.
should bring it back because it was
Yeah,
it was fun.
that was fun. That was fun. So the last thing, Alex, that I had at least was the All Star game, which is also coming up here in February. They did just announce the starters for both the East and the West. I don't remember who all of them were, but I could tell you one name that wasn't on the East starters was Donovan Mitchell. And people are like, well, he got snubbed. He got snubbed. No, no, because the team's record, the team's play does play a factor in that. I think I'm not upset that he's not a starter. He's going to the All Star game, but I'm not upset he's not a starter. Are you? Is that surprising or shocking to you?
No, I'm not surprised with the way they've
Yeah.
been playing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was voting for him, but no. It is what it is. I mean, if he wants to be an all-star starter, then he's got to play like an all-star starter.
Yeah, yeah, he's got to lead a team too. That's a little bit of a better spot than what they are now. So it's going to be a little bit lonelier for him this year. I don't think there's going to be three Cavs players like last year going there. I think it's just going to be Mitchell this year, right? I can't even see anybody that would sneak into the 3-point contest unless maybe Jalen. I doubt it, but
That would be pretty sweet.
that'd be pretty sweet if he did get invited to go there. Um, but on the West, the other person that wasn't listed and the streak that was broken, going back to LeBron, his 21 game streak of being a starter. That's crazy. 21 years
Mm-hmm.
as a starter. So um, All-Star game. I don't know. Didn't they change the format again, Alex, or don't they want to change the format again?
I think they did, but I can't remember offhand what it is now.
Yeah, I did see Donovan Mitchell say he wants to play for the world team. Um, so because of where his mom came over from, which I forget where she came from, but so yeah, All-Star game that'll be here before we know it as well, and just kind of crazy because after that, Alex, man, it's on. March is right around the corner, and then you're talking playoff basketball. So it's crazy that we're already halfway through another season and a couple months away from basketball actually mattering. So Cavs need to flip the switch, Alex. Flip it.
Yes, they do.
It's time. It's time.
We're all getting nervous.
Yeah. Yeah. Got me wanting to trade half the team over here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Corey's crashing out.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else from your end, Alex?
Nope. I'd say we wrap it up.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you, Cavs fans, as always, for tuning in and listening. And Alex, tell them where they can follow us and connect with us.
Follow us on Twitter at Cavs Pick and Roll. Shoot us an email, cavspickandroll@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr. Watch this episode on YouTube. Wherever you're listening, click like, subscribe, leave us a rating or review. We'd appreciate it.
All right, Cavs fans, there it is. We will talk to you again soon.
Peace out, Cavs fans.